Good afternoon, everybody.
How's everybody doing today?
How goes it? Welcome to Shooting the Crit, Season 1, Episode 2. We've made it to 2 episodes. I'm proud of us.
That's a new personal best for us.
Every audio good? Every sound? Check.
It sounds like you got it right this time.
Alright. Cool. Okay, so, what do we have on the agenda today? We are talking races, and we are going over classes again. Not a lot spoiled for us. But we do have
We
some
got some
stuff.
spoilers for them. Yeah.
Yeah. Patrick made sure to give us just a hint and a taste and nothing more. So thanks a lot.
And trust us, we tried for a while before the first stream.
Yeah. I bugged the crap out of him left and right.
Yep.
So I'm going to start off with telling a little story about Jabert. Because he spoiled a couple things, or maybe he didn't. I'm not 100% sure just yet. We'll find out in 1.5 hours. But
True.
in the Discord, because he went on leave. He was traveling, and then he came back, and people were already ready for season 2. So in the Discord, I had mentioned to him, "Hey, you need to change your name," because it was Cosmic Andis. And I was like, "You're not Andis anymore. Andis is dead to us now, until 1.5 comes out. So you need to change that name." And he changed it to Cosmic Noel, Noel. I'm not 100% sure if that's going to be his character name, because and
We don't have much longer to wait to find that out.
yeah, I was pretty sure that it was his character name, and he kind of alluded that it was. However, I was listening to the podcast again today to brush up, and I noticed that when they were discussing, like when Patrick was introducing everybody, that he actually was like, "It's Jabert Noel," and so again, don't know if he meant Noel as in no letter L, or Noel as in that's his character, and he spoiled it for everyone.
You know, I wouldn't put it past Chipper to have it be the No L. Just saying. Or maybe it's a Christmas themed character confirmed. I don't know.
Yeah, starting early, you know. The season wraps up around Christmas, and it'll just go right into Noel talking about something.
There we go.
Same.
Well, what do you think Christmas is like at the Church of Sarenrae?
Hot, probably.
You know, very
It
true.
doesn't
Very
snow.
true.
Yeah, it doesn't snow there.
Ever.
Oh man, green screen on my can. That's cool. Okay, yeah. Easily distracted.
Invisible drink.
Yeah, so I was thinking the Gilbert Noel because Gilbert, but I don't know
Right.
if anybody's actually called him Gilbert. So I don't know. Maybe I just missed it. Not in on that joke. Not cool enough.
Right. I mean, are any of us cool enough for Jabert? Just saying.
So Patrick's saying that the crew right now is really enjoying the conversation. So they've got something.
Oh yeah.
They're laughing at us.
I mean, that's what we're here for, really. Is their amusement more than anything?
That's why I did it. I just wanted to be noticed, you know.
There we go. Notice me, Senpai Patrick.
All right, so and then there was another slip up that Myles gave us, and who knows how true this information is. Myles went through because I was like, hey, I'm gonna spoil some of the races in the Discord, and Myles made sure to go ahead and say, I'll spoil all of it right now. I don't care.
Just completely ruining it for everybody.
Yep. And so he says that Tyler is playing an orc.
I could see that.
And,
I could see that.
And, yeah, an orc mechanic. So I don't know what that means. Rebecca is playing a noir. So a noir witch warper. Gilbert is playing a Yosoki operative, which that actually fits. So who knows?
Right.
And Drew will be playing a contemplative, and that's a Vanguard contemplative. So real small hitbox, I guess. Real big.
Lots of
brain
headbutts,
box.
I guess.
Yeah. And then sorry, I was looking at Patrick in the chat. He's like, it's no L, not Gilbert. And that was on purpose. Myles is apparently going to be playing a Dragonkin battle envoy. So who knows? Who knows how true that is? I'm gonna say it's 100% false.
Why would you say that? That seems perfectly logical for all of those choices.
Yeah, I'm thinking Myles is trolling me, and that's not nice because that makes me look like I didn't do my research.
So, I mean, going off of that, what do you think they're going to be playing? I mean, we already know the classes. I mean, what kind of races do you think we're going to have going? There's a lot more options now than what there were when they started the game.
Yeah, well, I can't remember if this was Tyler or Jabert that said this, but they were very adamant on they like to play the weirdest things.
Oh, yeah.
And so, I could definitely see them trying to play just, not even a noir, nothing in Pathfinder,
Right, just something completely out of left field.
Yeah. I don't know what. Astrozoan is being called out by Spec, but Spec is also a troll that we can't trust, so yeah, I don't know. I'm very curious. I'm really excited to hear what people or what the cast does for their voice, because Tyler, he did that deep voice for Adros. And,
very well.
I know Myles said he will not be doing a voice, which is fine. I can't do voices either. So I want something super weird that can't even talk, and then they just have to constantly make just sounds and noises.
Do it Wile E. Coyote style. They just have a sign that they hold up.
Yeah. And then Patrick just has to read it out loud over the over the podcast.
There we go. It's just the podcast is just going to be Patrick talking from now on. All the players are going to be mute from now on.
Yeah. And Cody's saying a noir envoy, which 100% that's the character I want to play. If I ever get into a game, I want a noir envoy. So
there you go.
Yeah, I'll be following Myles' character. What's his name? Zale. I'll be following Myles' character, Zale, to find out how best to play these battle envoys.
As a Dragonkin.
As a Dragonkin.
There we go. I honestly, guys, any of you that are on the Discord have known this. I love Morlamaz. I'm just sad that it's not an entire team of them, especially operatives. I would love to see this giant, tusked guy just flipping and doing all. I don't know. To me, it just sounds interesting. I think I'd have fun with doing that. But I'm also weird.
Yeah, no, I too really would enjoy a team of operative Morlamaz just getting 40 stealths and somehow, they're basically the bandits from Skyrim that you're attacking because you hit them and then they're like, what is that? And then there's just a giant walrus that they don't see behind them.
It was just the wind.
Yeah, just flapping around, grunting with every push of itself across the floor. But somehow that stealth roll checks out.
It works. See, it's Strike Force Walrus. Team name confirmed right there in the chat. Just thinking back to the first game that I ran, I had an operative that they were very much the flippy, Mission Impossible style. Just imagining that as just a sentient walrus all decked out in armor. Mm-hmm. This needs to become an animated series, just saying. Strike Force Walrus, coming soon.
Yeah, I think they're doing... So Myles and Tyler are going to do a Walrus and Bear Buddy Cop show. It's a Patreon goal. It it wasn't Patrick approved, but so far none of
I mean,
Myles' goals are Patrick approved. So
I mean, when have they ever really listened to Patrick? I mean, just we love you,
never.
Patrick.
Yeah, the answer is never.
Is
And
so looking at the chat? Is the multiple of walrus walry, or is it walruses? I think it's walruses.
it could just be
Yeah,
walrus. Somebody Google that.
a flock of walrus.
Yeah, well, I know octopus is often misquoted by saying octopi, but it's actually octopuses.
Seriously, I
Yeah.
always thought it was octopi. Huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, we're an educational show, people.
So another thing, and this might help with the what race are we getting to? I can't remember who did it or who asked the question or who wanted it. But they said if the character could have a playlist, what would be on that playlist? So I reached
All right.
out and I got some information from some of the players. And I don't know if they wanted them to be making up bands that are in the Cosmic Crit universe, the Critterverse.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with no. So I got some actual bands that are out there. Some of them
Okay.
help narrow down the character and how they might play them, I feel. And then some of them, I think it was Myles again, gave me 3 different bands from 3 different like genres.
Okay.
So I'll save his for the last. Jabert or Noel, or Gilbert
Yeah,
gave
whatever.
me.
Whatever.
They gave me the Ramones, the Sex Pistols, and Alice Cooper. So I'm looking,
Okay.
in the podcast they said that they would play the character very like instead of like controlled and laid back, and then like acting on like after playing it out in their heads, they're going to be a lot more like up there and in your face, and that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Hopefully they're not in the eyeliner, but
Right.
whatever.
Well, I mean, like just using those bands and the kind of music that they do as a reference, kind of, I could really get behind a character like that, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
And then, did somebody call it out? Was it Sparrowhawk? Oh no, he just said the diabetes of Walray.
Yeah, that's what they're going to be called from now on.
So that'll be the operative is Ramones, Sex Pistols, and whatever the other one I just said was Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper.
Yeah. And then the idea behind. Oh no, it was Drew. Drew got me. His bands for his character, the Vanguard, is a mix of Enya, Ancient Gregorian Chants, and Rage Against the Machine.
One of these things is not like the other.
Yeah.
That's
So, yeah. I'm thinking maybe not lawful.
right.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe not lawful, and quite possibly, they're going very strong into that monk feel with the Gregorian chants.
Right.
I don't know
And
where
then you
Enya
throw in
comes
the
from.
Rage Against the Machine, but
Yeah.
so Enya maybe they've got a serene sense about them. Maybe.
I don't know.
We'll looking at the chat here. We'll have to check that album out.
Yeah.
the Enya Rage Against the Machine duo album.
Yeah, I'll look it right up. I might play it. That'll be our outro music.
There we go.
So Alindra gave me at first, or not Alindra. Sorry, I'm reading the names in the Discord, and it still says Alindra when I'm in the private message. So Rebecca gave me Metallica at first, so just Metallica for her Witch Warper.
Okay.
So I'm thinking just badass Witch Warper. Don't know if she's going to continue playing a female character or if she's going to play a male character, but I'm just thinking badass inner Sandman-ish witch warper.
There you go. Well, I mean, and like anybody that's looked over the play test for witch warpers, I mean, they get some really nasty abilities. I mean, there's some real potential there for just chaos and havoc.
Oh yeah,
which we know she can bring.
Mm-hmm. I was hoping that we would hear like that she would also put in like maybe Tool, just because I can think of that like the crazy shit that a witch warper could do, and then I'm thinking Tool music videos, and I'm just like that's I want the battlefield to turn into Schism, like
right.
However, Tool was not
nothing about their videos was ever, not weird.
Right. Let me pull up the other one. So she came back to me though, and she added to the list Garbage and Portishead. I don't know Portishead. So if anybody in the chat besides Rebecca knows them, then you can tell me what they're like. I mean, I guess Rebecca can also tell me what they're like. But getting the Metallica and Garbage feel, I'm really getting a sense of just overall like punk rock from the team in general. I mean, you've got Ramones,
so far.
Sex Pistols, Metallica, Garbage, Rage Against the Machines, even though it comes with ancient Gregorian chants.
Right.
Yeah, it sounds really badass. And knowing the very little bit that I know about this campaign, the Against the Ion Throne, like you're just going in and sticking it to society. You're fighting that government, I assume. So that's pretty badass. And,
I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, you're not too far off on that. So I mean, like with them being kind of from at least what we talked about so far, being more of like a ragtag punk rock metal group, I could see that being really entertaining. So for this AP, definitely.
Yeah, and then Myles. So he didn't troll me too hard, but he would say his character probably listens to the Mountain Goats, which I'm not familiar with.
Now, is that a band or is he talking actual Mountain Goats?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's like an hour-long audio of just goats bleeding, or if it's a band. But I'm pretty sure it's probably a band.
Let's hope,
think that they're rock. Yeah. But then he put Coheed and Cambria on the list, and I've mentioned this a few times. I have the Keywork tattoo from Coheed and Cambria, so I'm very excited about following Myles around and listening to how his character plays out. And so his third band would be Kesha, which
all right.
You know what? I don't know which album. I don't know if it's the new album Kesha or the first album Kesha, but either way, she worked with 303 and she is a bad bitch. So I'm not. Yeah, she's got vocal range and she's awesome. So I'm not hating. And she's also from Nashville. So
well, there you go. Apparently, Myles just listens to the bands he enjoys. Has nothing to do with his character at all.
Oh, thanks, Myles.
He just wanted to have a music conversation with you,
Yeah. Well, so I see Patrick says Myles just listed the bands he enjoys, and while I do think that's true, our conversation before that, I was like, "Hey, which bands would you pick?" And he picked bands that he enjoys, such as Green Day, My Chemical Romance, and the Mountain Goats. And I just go, typical Myles character is just actually Myles in the future.
Space Myles.
Yeah, and so he did change his playlist a little bit by adding Kesha, though he listens to Kesha too. So it's still his playlist, but
there we go.
It works. I didn't get Tyler's, but a Battle Envoy with Coheed and Cambria. I'm a huge fan of Coheed, as I've said, and I know that every time I went to go see a show, when driving back, I'd be falling asleep, and I would crank Welcome Home, and it would wake me up for the last 30 minutes to drive home.
There you go.
if that's not the powers of a battle envoy, I don't know what is.
It fits definitely.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah. Let's see what's next on the list. That was the music I have. So, if anybody wants to go on Spotify and make a playlist for all of these things, I am more than happy to share that out and probably still listen to it as well. You might be able to leave out the Gregorian chants, but everything else, throw it in there.
Keep them in.
Yeah. So that's what we have to build off of for these characters. Lots of rock, lots of punk.
It's a good meshing so far.
Yeah, possibly a contemplative vanguard, or contemplative. I don't know. I feel like
contemplative.
I feel like it's contemplative.
Like they seem like the kind of people that would want you to over enunciate it. Like especially the one that was in the first AP. He was the doctor, the professor, whatever it was, just seemed particular.
Oh man, I hated GMing that. That was the worst.
I had fun with that part. My players got way too focused on him, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna roll with it.
I was like, I do not know half these words, so I'm like going to Google and listening to each one, like pronounce this.
Right. I was effectively playing him as Frasier, so I mean, I was having fun with it.
Myles, we can get you in right now if you really feel like you want to explain your music choices. I have a slot for 3 people.
We have the technology.
You want in, you hop in. Let me see if I can do this. How do I do this?
Oh, Myles.
No. I think you're in charge of the thing, so you'll have to invite him to the to the chat if he's brave enough.
Oh,
never mind. Patrick's gonna turn the stream off in a heartbeat.
We can't lose Patrick.
All right, fine. Myles can explain himself next week after he has nothing else.
Cut his mic.
He's game. I don't know. Should we pull Myles in? Let's pull Myles in.
Let's do this. All right.
Call the 1-800 number on our thing.
What in the hoo-ha here? Why is it not? You might not be able to hear, Myles.
We don't even need video. Let me see.
And apparently my computer's being ridiculous here because it's not even letting me...
Nope, that's not working. Okay.
So, Myles, since you're in the chat, why don't you go ahead and tell us your choices?
That was a waste.
We tried. The goblins did break it.
Yeah. Wait, is that me? Am I being a goblin? I don't know. Whatever. As long as I'm in space, I don't care.
There we go. All right, we've got Myles confirmed for next week, apparently.
Oh, okay, nice. I'll add that in there. It's going to be an hour-long show about punk rock bands and Power Rangers, but, it's what the Discord wants.
Really?
Yeah, I think that'd be good, Myles. We can do you next week with an explanation of Zale, your Dragonkin battle envoy that listens to Kesha.
There we go. We're about to hear a ton of made-up stuff about the Patreon next week.
That's pretty
Tune
accurate.
in for all of Myles' goals that totally will not work out.
All right, so we did a little ditty. I think did you say that was you, Sparrowhawk, that suggested that. I thought that was really nice. That was really good. Maybe we'll do movies next week.
There we
Myles, I'll
go.
never buy you dinner. You can buy yourself dinner. It's a pleasure to be on this show. So I think now we should probably do some artwork. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if anybody wants it.
Yeah, I'm going to start with congratulating Sparrowhawk and King of Hells. I can't pronounce the first part of his name on the Discord. Both of them, I think, are correct in this because, and I'm going to transition into it. This is the first artwork that was part of the Twitter shout out thing, and to me, it looks like a robot Akata.
That was yeah. That was my first impression on it.
Either that, or it's an Akata that is cyborged and possibly awakened.
Robokata. There we go.
Robokata.
Hey, that kind of rolls a little bit better.
So Tyler is the mechanic, right? And he may have this as a drone. I'm not sure. If this is his battle drone, I want to hear a ton of RoboCop, Robo-Akata puns.
There has to be. There has to be.
And if I don't get one, pronk out of Patrick, I'm going to be very upset.
The gauntlet has been thrown. You have expectations now.
Yeah.
Got this, Tyler. You've got this.
So, yeah.
So, I mean, that's what I'm thinking is, well, shame on him. But no, I mean, I think you're, especially what he had talked about with how his character is treating the drone. Mm-hmm. This, to me, seems like it's right up that alley of being, just super advanced.
I think that this makes me not terrified of Akatas so far.
Right.
Yeah. When I see it in battle.
Somehow Adras is going to make a cameo in this season, and this thing will get him pregnant again.
Oh, yeah. Nanobot Akatas.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. That'd be a thing. That'd be a thing. Work that in, Patrick.
Yeah, Wookie, I know that Patrick would edit out his pronks, but I feel like he also wouldn't edit out his pronks. Especially, he better not if I get a RoboCop Akata pun and he is here. He knows that this is what I want, and then he edits it out. Oh, I'm mad. I'm taking away my Patreon. I'm cutting the show. I'm deleting Discord. As soon as I find out if it's in a blooper reel or something, I'm cutting it all. I'll make my own
tune
podcast.
in, or it's just me talking to myself next week.
But yeah. So I think that's pretty cool. I'm going to go to another one, if I can.
What do we got?
Maybe a human. There's no color, so I'm not sure what any of these are. Because they're, as you and I were discussing before the show for prep-wise, it very well could be another race that's very humanoid, and we just can't tell because of skin tone or anything like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it looks good, but with the grayscale, it could be any number of things.
Yeah. So, I thought maybe Azamir. We were discussing in some of the books, and they do give some more bonuses that might be useful for things such as, I think Warp Witcher. I have to look up. I had the notes, and then I can't pull them up, or it gets in the way of the picture. So, and I don't want to take away the picture. But Yeah,
Well,
who knows?
and we probably should take a second. Mistaken Potatoes is the one that did all this art. So, like, yeah, a lot of you already given Rebecca. There's already given him a shout out. Seriously, awesome art. I mean,
Oh,
I can't wait
yeah.
to see this all done and colored.
Yeah, I am very excited for the reveal. I
Oh yeah.
joked with Patrick earlier today that I wanted to white out the gray part and then just make a season 2 coloring book.
Patreon goal.
$1,000 and
There
we'll
we
get a
go.
coloring book.
There's another Myles goal for you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, Rebecca wants a coloring book too. There we go.
Oh, there yeah. I think you could add that to the shop maybe. I only have 5 pictures though, and I don't think people are going to want a 5-picture coloring book.
See,
But
what you do is you just mirror some of the images or have pages where it's 2 of them. So you change it up, you know?
I say we keep Mistaken Potatoes just constantly pumping out outlines of Starfinder things. You know what? Get rid of it. Get rid of the Cosmic Crit Season 2 coloring book. Mistaken Potatoes, you need to get on this. Make a Starfinder coloring book.
I would buy it, just saying.
Set up the Etsy, get it out there. I'm 100% down.
Oh yeah.
But back to the actual picture. I think I think the clothes they speak very well of sci-fi and a little bit of Jedi. So I was thinking maybe the
A
Vanguard,
bit,
which is
yeah.
kind of monkey.
Right.
I guess I should say
Now
monk-ish, but
right there. Now looking here, like when I first looked at this, I'm like, oh, he's got a cool looking visor thing, but I'm noticing now that it's actually a bandana tied around. So I mean, we got a face mask thing going on.
oh, he's a Ninja Turtle. But
Oh, there clearly.
he got so much ooze. Sorry, I hit the mic.
He's
He
just
got
a
so
green
much
skinned
ooze
human.
that he turned even more humanoid. Yeah.
You know that makes sense. You know. Now, are we
Mistake.
talking Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, Raphael, or what was the Venus? Was that the female one they introduced? I think
I don't
so.
know if we.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know
I
how
mean, come on, we
canon
gotta
the
have some
female
Ninja Turtle
Ninja
fans
Turtle
here.
is.
I see, because I think it was just in like 1 or 2 of the like after school shows that they did.
Yeah, they did a live action after school show. That's where they introduced her. I don't know if she ever
Yeah,
made it in the comics, but I guarantee you Drew and Myles will tell us in about 5 seconds in the chat.
I was gonna say, Dire Squid J. Nobody talks about Venus ever.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm,
Steak and Takes. I am a bit of a nerd, if you haven't noticed.
um okay. So anyways, I was thinking it was kind of monk-ish, light on the
Oh,
armor,
definitely.
light on everything. I mean, it screams like it screams a cyberpunk Jedi to me.
Oh, very
Like
much
that's
so.
where I'm feeling, and yeah, I don't know if that's what the feel was. I don't know, what the thing is. I think it's awesome.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, and sweet Goku hair.
Right. Gotta have the anime
So
hair for that look.
back to the Akata because I went the wrong direction. And here is another. I'm thinking the slug race from is it Asharu? Man, I had it up in the notes. Bear with me. It's not there anymore.
There we go.
No.
Oh,
No.
Sharu. Yep.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Looking that up on me. So I'm thinking it's the slug people. I'm imagining that the claw is a addition because it looks very claw-like compared to the rest of the slug things. I don't know what they're
Right.
called. They're not fingers. They're just extra things.
Tendrils.
Yeah, that sounds good.
We'll go with tendrils.
Also, I don't know what we're getting at here. I don't know what it's carrying. Like to me it feels like that could be a mechanic that's carrying something, but it could also be a grenade.
Right.
But Yeah. This was like one of the first ones Patrick sent me, and I was like, oh shit, things got real. With season 2, like you're getting the weird races.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, could
man. Now,
be.
I'm having a hard time figuring out because like I'm getting a mechanic vibe, but I'm also getting not a mechanic vibe off of this.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah. Well, so again, if Tyler was the one, if I'm correct, and Tyler was the one that says he likes to play the weird races, and he's playing the mechanic, it could very well be him.
But yeah, that would fit that criteria.
And he's got the tendrils. Akadas have the tendrils. Who knows?
Yeah, there we go.
What we got? What we got, chat?
Let's see. Kick the Table says that they're holding a Pokeball. So Pokemon confirmed for season 2. All right.
There was another. Oh, okay. So yeah, they're thinking Asharu, which is you're right. It has a weakness to salt, and so does the Akata. So hopefully they're not playing on an ocean planet of saltwater.
Oh god, that would be terrible. You guys go on ahead. We'll be back over here where it's safe.
I just like how if this is Tyler's character, first season he has to worry about acid pits from Patrick. Second season he just has to worry about the ocean.
One of those things is easier to avoid, I suppose.
Yeah. And to get back to you, Patrick, I think the Witch Warper is next. I'm thinking this is going to be Rebecca's character. I'm not 100% sure. Patrick did not spoil any of this for me. I am just as blind as everybody that's in the chat that's not part of the cast.
Work with it.
But I'm thinking we're getting a tiefling. Or tiefling. I don't know.
It depends on who you ask, honestly.
Yeah. But I think that's what it is. At least it looks like that to me.
So yeah, that's my first thoughts as well. A tiefling witch warper, I like that combo personally.
You know what I just realized? Is the tiefling doing the exact same pose that Olindra does? Or similar pose that Olindra does in the pictures?
I was gonna say, hang on, let me look at my shirt.
Oh, yeah, that's way better than what I was doing. Googling Olindra.
I think just Google Solarian. She'll be one of the top 5 results.
Oh, man. Why is Google not doing anything for me?
Let's see.
Oh, nope. Olindra has that sword down, hand on the hip thing.
Yeah.
At least in one of those images. She's also got like a jousting thing. I don't know. Anyways, back to the chat.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm thinking badass tiefling from hell that is also a witch warper. So, how she gets out of that demi-plane. I actually don't know if the tieflings, I need to look it up, if they're from actual other planes or if they're from planets now. Because they kind of changed some of the things.
Right, a little bit, yeah.
I imagine that they're from the other planes still. But, yeah.
Just imagine a whole planet of these.
I'm getting so much more Scarlet Witch every time. Like, just
badass.
A little bit. Those ears have AirPods in, because whichever Rebecca's character, not Olindra, but Rebecca's character has AirPods in and is ignoring everybody and just blasting Metallica while she changes the ground into hopefully not saltwater.
I was gonna say that may be bad for our slug man and this pet. Sorry, Sharu.
Yes. Get it right. So There is one more image. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to be getting into here. Because there's been a lot of talk, a lot of speculation, a lot of begging from myself, from many people in the Discord, that they wanted to see this.
Morlama?
Close.
I can't win them all.
Uplifted bear.
And
bear.
Patrick is just silently waiting there in the chat.
That is uplifted. Who is playing it? Nobody knows. They have a giant mace chain. So possibly the Vanguard? I'm not sure. But we are getting a bear. I was told that the colors on the bear are different. They said good luck being able to get the right colors. So I don't know what that means. Is it
It's
a panda?
going to be a bright pink bear.
Could be a bright pink bear. I was hoping for panda.
It's a battle care bear.
Yes. The Care Bear stare.
I mean, just look at that right there.
It's covering up its chest emblem, but I am sure that it's a D20.
I could see that. I could see that right there.
Yeah. I also agree. I also agree with Casper because Casper I would imagine that this race was picked just because Tyler couldn't pick it.
Oh yeah. You know that's what happened.
Yeah, either that or Patrick caved.
You know? Maybe. Or maybe he was just throwing us for a loop the whole time. Maybe Tyler was always the bear. Who knows?
It is true. I was told there was a contemplative, and there isn't in the art that I was given, so I don't know.
I see. I'm not seeing one either.
Yeah. Sorry about that. My headset just kind of like blew. But yeah. So that was all the art that I was given. There's still one more character, probably some more things that were drawn up, but we've got the uplifted bear, which is badass, got scars all over its face. To me, it looks more grizzly-like than other bears. But that could just be Mistaken Potatoes' artistic style coming through.
True.
But definitely cool. Very excited to watch a bear do bear things.
I'm almost getting a polar bear vibe off of him. I don't know why, but I imagine polar bear with a Russian accent.
So, if it's the Vanguard, and if it's a polar bear, then we have to worry about Drew doing a Russian accent. And as I stated earlier this week in the Discord somewhere, that we do not want Drew doing at least his Southerner Texas oil tycoon accent.
Right.
Hopefully, this is his Russian accent is better, if we can get it.
There we go. Like I said, that's just the vibe that I get off of it.
Yeah. What do you guys feel? Chat? What kind of bear are you seeing? Now, it might not be a panda, because I would think that the panda's eyes would be shaded differently if it were. Like, there would be like a actual line showing the eyes and stuff.
At least to kind of give an idea before it's colored.
Mm-hmm.
Drew, you'll find out more in 45 minutes.
45
We're gonna
minutes.
First episode is just what kind of bear is this?
It's an entire documentary with Richard Attenborough-esque voice work from Patrick.
Oh.
It's an hour long for each character, because he's stretching out this season, so he's doing an hour long, just a one-on-one GM session with each character.
We're getting the DBZ filler episodes out of the way, so.
Yeah, the charging. But no, so we have a bear, which is awesome. I again, as I said earlier, like, I think this cast I mean, season 1 holds something very special in every one of us. All the people in the
Oh yeah.
chat, everybody in the Discord, everybody that listens to this, season 1 holds something very special. I will forever love all of the characters: Adros, Alindra, Knack, you know, I guess
Absolutely.
Myles. I guess.
Myles, he can stay, I guess.
And Andis. But these other like getting all these cool new races from the um archives and the backs of books and everything, like it's just, I feel like
There's
we're
a
gonna see a lot
lot.
more, yeah, just so much more badass shit.
Oh yeah.
Like, I want a bear to just rip somebody's arm off. And Edros did do that. He did punch a man's eye out, but you know, now we get two people that can do it. I want
So there we
I want the
go.
Yeah, I want the tiefling doing crazy, like just having like this crazy backstory. And I know that if this is being played by Rebecca, that the backstory for the tiefling may not be as prominent because Alindra had a very strong backstory. But I want to go back there. I want to go to the plane that the tiefling is from. I want to experience and hear how that is all written. Like, I think it's going to be just awesome. You know, dealing with the
Absolutely,
inner demons, no pun intended, of this character.
yeah.
Slug guy, Ashanu, whatever. I
Oh,
should have written it
shot.
down. Like, I'm super excited about this. Like, there's just gonna be slime everywhere. Um, you know,
The crew is going to start putting salt in front of their doors so he doesn't come in.
yeah, just, just a
Works on
maze.
the tiefling and the slugman. Oh, Sharu.
Oh, Sharu, thank you. I'll write it down. I got pen, pencil. This will be the last time I say it tonight, but Osharu. Okay. Uh, sweet claw hand. Like, if that's the mechanic, just working on things, I'm really excited to see what's in their mind. Um, and just all kinds of crazy slug things. I don't know.
Right.
We've got Robo Akata. Robokata.
Which just
Akata.
looks awesome.
Yeah.
Katabot. Oh,
And
Katabot. I like that.
so, I can't remember what the name of it is. I know you posted in the Discord about it, but the
Oh,
King of Hells was speculating that this was an Akata, that it looked like an Akata in the blurred out vision, and
mm,
he was right. But uh, when I tried to lead him off, I was like, it's definitely been altered, so don't look at the tendrils on the head and stuff. When I tried to lead them off, they posted a thing from, is it Metal Gear Solid, the robot dog thing,
from
and
Digimon.
oh, well, no, you posted the Digimon one, but I saw
Yep.
another one before that.
Was
Anyways,
there?
it doesn't matter. It was like blood something wolf. I don't remember, but it doesn't matter. It was it was it was cool though, and I'm like, man, is this thing gonna, is this going to be the Mr. McScruffins of the party? Is the whole party
Oh,
going to Blade Wolf? Thank you, Mistaken Potatoes. Um, but yeah, is this the Mr. McScruffins? Is it friendly throughout? Is it sentient-ish? Like, I know drones aren't, but like, you can kind of play it off as like it still has
right.
dog-like brain abilities. But or is it just vicious and he keeps it in a cage, like keeps it in the kennel, shuts it down, and then like just like turns it on when it's time to go outside. Um,
Go outside, boy. Eats the
yeah,
neighbor's cat.
yeah. Well, impregnates it, but yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Your robot thing got my cat pregnant. I'm not sure how it happened or how it
But
works even.
my cat exploded and turned into these crystals. And now they're all over the neighborhood. I just want to say thank you because now I'm rich. Because they're 500 credits a piece.
That's
Uh,
right. I don't know. Can you really replace Mr. McScruffins though? I mean,
Well,
with a cool robot like this, yes, but
as Patrick said, he could kill this thing, whereas Mr. McScruffins was very not killable. It had plot armor.
there
So
you go.
that is true. I like Wookiee's. Oh wait, maybe that wasn't Wookiee. Somebody in there just said Akatabots roll out. Oh, Spec. I want to hear that too now. I want to hear Tyler say Akatabots roll out, and
It has to happen now.
I want another pronk from Patrick. And then back to the maybe human, maybe Asmir. Now, see, that was the other thing. Is like, so it looks like there's a tiefling, and if this is an Asmir, and I hope I'm pronouncing that part right as well. Like, there's going to be some, some
Absolutely,
battles.
yeah.
Angels versus demons, kind of.
That could be a really interesting group dynamic there, actually. I hadn't even thought of that angle on it.
Yeah. And, I mean, I don't know. But if you look at the Asmir in the Alien Archive, it looks just like a Jedi. It's got the bangs kind of and the mullet thing that that Luke had, and like that's what it looks like. And since I get the Jedi vibe here, that I'm just going with Asmir for right now. I'm hoping.
I could see that, actually. I mean, again, that would be a really neat angle to play off of. These two they're being forced to work together, but they absolutely do not want to.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Huh.
But yeah. So I don't know. I don't know exactly what all we're gonna see. I think it's pretty cool. Let me switch back to a different thing here. But yeah, I think it's super exciting to see what's gonna happen. I think next in 40 minutes, it's gonna be really cool. And if it's anything like Patrick's intro last time, God,
right?
I remember. And we discussed this last week with Patrick on the air, but like Cosmic Crit is what got me to buy the Starfinder book. Cosmic Crit is what got me to call my friends and say, "Hey, I'm running a game." And I listened to, that first episode, and he's doing that whole walkthrough. Everybody, like, it goes back to the littering, and and I was like, that is so awesome. This AP is dope. And I open up the AP to Dead Sons, and I'm like, oh, they just step off of a shuttle. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say in the books it was, you're here, have fun.
Yeah. I was like, Patrick I was like, oh man. Like, that's when I knew. I was like, this is gonna be awesome. Cause like,
oh yeah.
That was an hour, 2 hours of like just kind of self-written stuff to get everything together, and the littering. The littering.
The littering. Yeah, definitely good intro. So looking forward to the actual next one here. About what do we got? About 35 minutes to the new episode.
So Jay posts that they were hooing to make a Asmir Tiefling duo, and they're cops. The Tiefling is a good cop, and the Asmir hates being forced to do good things. And would rather drink his problems away. That is... somehow that still has to lead into the Marlama and Bear buddy cop show.
Oh, yeah. Well, one's a spinoff of the other, clearly.
Yes, Twig. This episode is going to have a midnight release. Every episode comes out... apparently at 12:05. But every episode comes out right after our show, or relatively after our show. We give you time to get a bathroom break, and then you can start downloading and listening to the next podcast. But yeah, I don't know. I can't say enough good things. There wasn't a lot that we could roll off of. I mean, they did change the dice rolls, so no birthday dice, which makes complete sense. I'm curious about the one dice per book reroll, because one, everybody forgot to roll the birthday dice. I think there was one in the like year and a half that went on, that season went on. Like, I think there was one. But yeah, nobody rolled their birthday dice. Will they roll their other dice? Patrick gets another die.
Right. You guys
Like,
abuse that, all right?
Yeah. Well, Patrick's definitely going to abuse it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, I rolled a 19. Let's see if I can get that 20. Bam.
Just got to get that. So, and going off of the new rules, I got to say that from a personal standpoint, the crit fails and crit successes, personally, I do them for everybody. You know, it's your game, but I mean, that's, I don't know. I kind of sided with Rebecca on that argument.
Oh, Patrick doesn't get a die roll. He gets to pick a critical fail card.
Oh.
That's right. Yeah,
that's right. He
even
can change
worse.
out any card. Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Like,
well, you were going to do something nice, but we're going to completely mess that up now.
I am with you. I also agreed with Tyler and Rebecca about the dice rolls. I was thinking not necessarily to be fair to the NPCs like Rebecca's case, but I just wanted to see it get crazy, you know? And there were so many times in the last episodes, in the last season, where it would be like, that doesn't count as a fail, and I'd be like, it'd just be great to see it happen, though. You know, like, if that goblin,
absolutely.
like, shoots and flies backwards and accidentally shoots his friend or something like that. So, but they're working with it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and Patrick is currently working with JJJ to make new ones for season 2. That's nice.
Oh, God.
He reached out specifically.
Those things are the bane of like every player's existence. Kudos to JJJ for making all those awesome things. We as GMs love them. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no eel jackets. That's gonna be troublesome. I haven't read the AP. I need to pick up the AP and kind of read forward a little bit. I want to know if there are, items and stuff, if it's still set up the same way. I know it's a lot shorter, so maybe they condensed a lot more. But yeah, that eel jacket saved a couple times. Never Tyler, because he just said, I'm not rolling it. But I'll take my chances, and then he gets, covered in whatever.
Yeah. Edros should have.
But yeah.
I agree with you there, Drew. I agree.
Yeah, exactly, Twig. Just Tyler only wore it, or Edros only wore it to look good, and definitely not to use the magical abilities within it.
All about the fashion,
Yeah. When I DM'd and they got their eel jacket, I was like, I kind of don't want to tell them about the eel jacket part. Like, just give them the boots, and you got enough for the boots. You don't get any of the eel jacket things. I want to still kill you at some point.
That's the challenge right there. I want to kill you, but I want you to have a cool thing.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think that's it. We can roll through here one more time. Because why not? Look at this sweet artwork. Everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Mistaken Potatoes killed it. I don't know if they're taking commissions, but they are in the Discord, so feel free to bug them. Because these are some sick picks that...
Oh, yeah.
Like, I feel like they're very close to the actual artwork in certain ways. And then you just get like that extra oomph of personalization.
Right. I mean, even like in grayscale with very minimal shading, anything like that done to it, you still kind of get a feel for personality behind these characters. So it's going to be interesting to see if, just based on this artwork, our assumptions that we've talked about are going to be how these characters really are, or if we're just completely in a different ballpark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And also remember that every one of these characters, except for, I think, the Osharu, yeah, I looked at what the race was called.
You got it.
except for the Asharu, because we think that might be Tyler. Every one of these other characters is listening to, some heavy metal, rock, punk music. So, is this bear the battle envoy that is going out there and screaming, you know, I can't think of a bear pun off the top of my head. I'm sure Myles can, but is he just out there screaming? Is the tiefling the Warp Witcher? I'm gonna say most likely because it kind of looks, mystical in stance.
Right.
And is this human or Asmir or whatever other superhumanoid looking race?
Right.
Listening to Kesha. I don't know.
We'll have to find out.
Do they wake up in the morning with a bottle of Jack? That's all I'm saying.
Can we just draw it there in their hand,
Yeah. Just a toothbrush and a bottle of Jack, and
there we go. That's all you need to start your day, really. Breakfast of champion.
Lots of glitter. But yeah. So, yeah, I think that kind of concludes episode 2. I don't think we really have much more information out there to really speculate on. Still, maybe Myles' list of characters is right and StakeNTates drew all those pictures for nothing. I don't know.
Who knows?
It's whatever he did. I'm hoping that those are the pictures, though.
Now watch tomorrow. They'll completely throw us for a loop, and we'll get the Orc, the Noir, the Yosoki, the Contemplative, and the Dragonkin art released tomorrow.
Yeah. Or as we talked about in the Discord, everybody is an awakened bear except for Tyler, who's a Skittermander, and it's the Care Bears, and they go around doing Care Bear things, and we're not actually getting Against the Aeon Throne. We're getting a homebrew of Care Bears turned mercenaries.
I would still listen to that.
The Scare Bears.
There we go.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right. Yeah. So that concludes. Thank you guys, everybody that's here.
Yeah. Thank you.
Before we go, I did want to shout out myself, really, and Tim, and Patrick, and all of the cast, everybody, for doing awesome things, working with us. They don't really give us a lot to go through. Like, we just kind of come up with ideas. You guys come up with ideas in the Discord, and then I steal those ideas, use them as my own, and bug the cast, and they come back out, and, the music thing, that wasn't mine. I think that might have been Casper's, and they did that. So, thank you, everybody, for being there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I forgot the other thing. We don't have a picture of this, but I was listening again to the thing, and Sparrowhawk92, who also got the Akata thing right earlier, they speculate that Jabert is playing a space goblin, specifically because when they mentioned their character in the last episode, Patrick says that they're going to use a lot of duct tape. Duct tape and spit, to be precise. So, is Sparrowhawk right? We will find out most likely in 26 minutes. But yeah, who knows?
Well, to find out, not much longer.
And I also wanted to shout out that we are running a contest right now. If you follow our Twitch, if you retweet something I did from my personal Twitter, which was just telling people about the show, and then if you follow our specific Shooting the Crit Twitter account, all of those things, that you get entries into a contest off of Gleam. I'm not keeping any of your information. I just want the follows so I can, when you like something, somebody that follows you sees what you like, and then that gets us out there, and that gets Cosmic Crit out there, and that gets Starfinder out there. So it's not, there were several conversations about stealing information. I'm not using Facebook. I'm specifically sticking to Twitter and Twitch only. And I just want to get, the word out. Not just us, but Cosmic Crit themselves, and Starfinder, and make this a game that people would rather play than any other tabletop game.
Here's to hoping.
Yeah. If you love it as much as I do, I don't even want to talk about second edition. I'm just kidding. I totally want to talk about second edition, but I'm not going to. But yeah, so follow that link to the Gleam thing. Like us, subscribe to us. Well, you can't do that. Just follow us and join the Discord. Hang out with us. Let's talk. Give me more ideas to steal. And no, not second edition of Starfinder. I think we've got about 11 years before that happens. And
yeah, still a little while on that one.
But yeah, thanks guys. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Oh yeah, and to be continued. And also, whatever other things that we do.
There we go. Night, everyone.
Thanks, Drew. See you guys.